First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Gun. 52.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. 20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At their 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
47 to Mike. Check, 47. 20. Check.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. All day, baby. All day. 21.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Go.
Bring it.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 13. Check 13. Check. Easy, opposite. Easy. 20 seconds.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
SOS. Deuce.
Hey, easy.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Under.
He's checking crap. Wide.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Leaves this one with Kamara. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd. And 10.
Gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Easy, opposite. Check.
Here's Breeze to throw. Big hold of the 30. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. What we got? What we got? What we got? You're good, you're good. High forward, ready. 58 Alpha. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check. We go 21. Check Mike 39. Smooth. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 39.
Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Set. Get ready. Check right, 27.
On second down, McCaffrey. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to go past it.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby side.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go get him. Go get him.
53. Hey, easy.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. Number 80.
54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. Let's go.
11.
Mike 50.
Hey, easy.
Mike 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On second and 11 now. Breeze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Hey, kill. Bravo.
Who that? Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Breeze now on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, easy. Hey, check Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Comes to me, it's me.
Hey, 13. Check Mike, 39. Hey, wahoo!
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Watch the before, watch the before.
Hey, easy.
Pick it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike
0-2, 0-2. Connect.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
check with the nose. Hey, let's get in that hose.
Check, check, check. Hey, Charlie.
Again, it's Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it'll be second and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
5-9.
To throw, it's Breeze. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Two incompletions haven't moved them any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Shotgun now for Breeze. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, check.
Gun.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun.
Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 15.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Ready? Double waiting. Hey, easy. Sammy.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, seam 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 54.
5'9". Easy.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Kill.
Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, kill. You're good. Right forward, ready.
Now a give, right side. Corbin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
36 yards. And a Panther 1st down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready. Watch the eye.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
Ready. Right at the 80. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 80. Express.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Gun.
Now it's Newton. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Newton. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Running with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready. Yellow lady.
59. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Robert Kimdichie, we've heard about him since high school. How about that total package of power, speed, and agility?
Yeah, he was widely thought of as the best high school product his senior year, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Ole Miss was really happy to get him. And how about that play he just did there? Welcome to the NFL, young man.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready. 95-56.
So we got man. Check. Crunch.
Over.
They'll run on first down. Corbin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Kill. Give me that ball. 5-1.
He's coming. Double up.
5.
Breeze now to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
36. Hey, exit.
Now, Breeze again. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, it's Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun.
From the gun, Newton, that's caught, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now, they've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun, Newton. It's brought in by Harris. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Yeah, baby.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
47. Gun. Check, 47.
From the gun, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Nice job, bro.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I'm going to run you over. Switch gears. Here we go.
On play action. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
21.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4. Watch the flag.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Opposite.
54, right there. 50.
Opposite.
Breeze going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Luke Kuechly picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Good. 5-4, ready.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I can't believe
Hey, orbit.
From midfield, here's Breeze. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Not today. 53's the mic.
Hey, I-7.
Record. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. All day, baby. All day.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Breeze now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting. Kill. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Hey, watch that.
Breeze to throw again. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The kick by Lutz is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 15. Check.
Newton to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 85 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. But he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hey, easy. 53.
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 9, Newton, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
47's the mic.
Gun.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Whip. Watch the whip. Let him.
To throw is Breeze. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike. I'm going.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. They're all finished in that game in Cleveland, and it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Set. Look at him. 8.
Mike 56. 56.
Newton to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Forced out to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Ready.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Hey, easy. That's 0-2.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, T. Here I come.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw, Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's get this.
Great. Express.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go.
You can't block me.
Great.
You can't block me.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. First throw in overtime for Newton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Step, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
You ready?
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Go.
What can Breeze do now with his drive? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, easy. Five nine.
53.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Man, I got you.
12.
53 is Mike. Check.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check.
Sammy.
To throw is Breeze. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Gun.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike, ready? 780. 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Set. 780. 52.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Watch twist. 8. 52, Mike. Great.
5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Panthers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.